Today we celebrate what is called the Epiphany. The Hispanics call it the festival of the Tres Reyes, the Three Kings. But you would think we would have some feast day like that, the Three Kings Day, or the arrival of the Magi. But we don't. We call it the Epiphany. The Epiphany means the showing of the whole world. It's like everyone's been waiting for the premiere of this movie, and everyone lines up when it finally comes out for the showing. And the same thing is true here. So what everyone's been waiting for, now this is the showing of Christ to the world, not just to Mary and Joseph, not just to the shepherds, but to the world at large. So these Magi represent not just Jews, not just the chosen people, but represents all the world. That Jesus did not come just for the Am Segula, or the chosen people of God, but he came for the hoi polloi, or the many, as well. And so the question comes about, where are all of them? I mean, a week or two ago, we saw the three kings over here. They're on their way, and now the three kings have arrived. But where are the rest of them? There's a recent document that was found. It's actually an ancient story that was translated from the Aramaic, which seems to indicate that there were probably more than three kings. But even if there are 4 or 5, where are the rest of them? Where is everybody? Listen to the prophet Isaiah from today's reading. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and thick darkness the peoples. But the Lord will arise upon you, and his glory will be seen upon you. And nations shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. Lift up your eyes round about and see, they all gather together. They come to you. Your sons shall come from afar, and your daughters shall be carried in the arms. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be turned to you. The wealth of the nations shall come to you. A multitude of camels shall cover you, the young camels of Midian and Ephah. All those from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and frankincense, and shall proclaim the praise of the Lord. Well, where are all of them? I mean, nations are supposed to come. The seacoast will arrive. They'll be with these camels and multitudes. A multitude from Midian and Ephah, all from Sheba, nations, kings. They shall all come to you. And so it's obvious from this story, and it's obvious from our statuary, that not everybody did come. Not everybody from Midian and Sheba and Ephah. Not everyone from the pagan nations came to see Jesus. Not everyone from the Hebrew nations came to see Jesus. But yet the prophet Isaiah says they will. So where are they? Well, they must have had other things to do. Maybe they had a kingdom to take care of. Maybe they had critters at home that they had to feed and watch. Maybe they knew a big feast was coming, so some of them had to stay home and prepare the feast, or be there when the guests arrived. And we can look at them with a critical and judgmental eye and say, yeah, where were they? Because if Jesus was born back then, I would have been there. I would have been with the kings, or I would have been with the shepherds. If Jesus was there, I would be there. Well, where are they? And that really begs the question, where are we? Because a couple of weeks ago, this place was busting at the seams, and we had masses in different locations. Now, granted, people have relatives come in, and that builds up the congregation somewhat. And granted that some people who would normally go to Mass during the day, on Sunday, chose to go at the vigil as well. That's true. But busting at the seams, where are they? It's a valid question. Because maybe some have a kingdom to take care of. Maybe some have critters at home that they need to feed and watch. Maybe some of them are preparing the meal so that when the guests do arrive, that they will receive some hospitality. You see, Epiphany isn't only about us seeing Jesus. It's not only about the first time that Jesus manifested himself to the world, but Epiphany is about Jesus seeing us as well. And not only on the feasts that we call the high feasts of the year, but all those feast days which we call Sunday, which are equal in power and majesty and splendor to the Christmases and the Easters. Today, as we celebrate Epiphany, we pray in a very special way for all those who are away from the church. We pray in a special way, not for those who won't see Jesus, but for the ones that Jesus perhaps never gets to see.